Todd is a consultant in coffee, and most of us have been asking ourselves, how can we help farmers add in value addition? How can we help different countries to promote their coffee so that it can compete at a global market? And Todd will be addressing those issues. Todd, are you there?
Then we shall get best qualities. I know as a country, as Uganda, as a government, we've been trying as means as possible to push for quality coffee. That's why even some of the rudimentary and very tough governments like of Idi Amin Dada, coffees in Uganda here were called chiboko. What that meant was that you have to make sure you get your coffees in a better way. You have to get your coffees in order, and that's why there was chiboko then. Today, we may not have chiboko. The only thing that we need the minister, Jackie, and everyone in this room, and all those watching us all over the world, is to have number one quality coffees, but also, could you please appreciate my efforts that I put in by not you wanting to be greedy, but not you wanting you as a roaster, a coffee shop, a juicer, a Jackie, you know, by making sure that me as a farmer, like, you know, many of our Ugandan household farmers, this is where they get their incomes. As the minister said, we look at coffee as actually the number one product to get us to the middle income. And therefore, my friends in the world, in Asia, in Europe, in the US, this is our hope. This is our gold crop. Can we start sharing this information on table as we look for quality, but we have a fair practice to say that small household farmer, that my mother that I've been focusing on to get a little bit of a better price. Let me take this to you, friends. Can you imagine a farmer getting 5,000 a kilo of coffee? 5,000 in a dollar form or euro is about maybe $1.2. And then you somewhere, probably in Switzerland, you are selling this coffee for about maybe $70 to $100. I need us to be fair when we say fair trade practices in the coffee value chain. Is it just a talk, or we must start applying or walking the talk? So what this means is that, to my friends across the world, can we not just be in this trade to just trade? Can we be in this for social transformation? Can we be in this trade knowing that every cup of coffee you take out there in Italy, in Switzerland, in the United States, adds that to that one other farmer? And lastly, as my opening remarks, as Minister, you say that you saw some transformation, you saw some value addition. This is my admiration, or even my appeal to government, that this is the time for us to go industrialization, go processing. And I can tell you now to say, Mr. Government, here, there is no country on earth that has ever developed solely on agriculture. We must do agro-processing. We must, if you look at all those first countries, Their GDP per capita in agriculture is about 6%. Is about America, I think, is about 6.7%. Japan is about 8%. China goes about 12. London is about the same, about 6.3%. You can check online. So what does this mean? We must, both the private sector and government, come together and occupy this space of industrialization. I remember when I was growing up, when someone would tell you a coffee factory, it would be like a huge, big thing. I've told Ugandans, especially my friends who are watching me even today, that actually most of cars that you drive are factories. You know, a small factory to process a coffee into packaging will be about maybe max $50,000. But I know most of my friends who drive cars worth $50,000. So what I'm trying to say is that, friends, for us to move to the next level, we must embrace industrialization. We must embrace agro processing. And this is going to change from our mindset on how we look at these things. I can say, Jackie, that this is not just for the government. It's for the private sector to pick up. Government is just to give us an enabling environment, I think, which is really doing, and which I'm also thankful that government has gone to the next level of making sure. I can give one example. Kudos to UIA, Uganda Investment Authority. I applied for an investment license and I was able to have it in one day. And that's a working government. I want to go in other, government agencies and look at me as an investor who has come to do something, who has come to bring money into the economies, and therefore I need that enabling environment. I need the license. Kudos to KCCA. We, as you've seen, we've launched our innovation to increase domestic coffee consumption in Uganda as a country. And I was happy that they were able to turn around our licenses for juicers also in one day. And to me, these are the good stories we need to tell, that actually those of you probably who have questions, have lost hope on some of government agencies, they are government agencies which are doing very well. And those government agencies also that are not doing very well, come and copy for those that are doing very well. Because as an investor, friends, what I'm looking at is time. What I'm looking at is interest rates. What I'm looking at is balance sheets. Lastly, Jackie, we must be a country that embrace opportunities. We must be a country that embrace our people growing to be better. We must be a country that celebrates our people getting better, not our people getting down. I thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Chief Executive Officer, Inspire Africa. For those ones that have just tuned in, my name is Jacqueline Arinda, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer for Jada Coffee. With us, we welcome Marcella, the Director, GCIC. Yes, we have to recognize you because you've done a great job. I was telling people, when it comes to information, people never understood statistics. Whenever you would mention statistics, everyone says, I'm bored. But GCIC has taken the opportunity to read government, not that I'm attacking government, but we had a lot of pamphlets. And now GCIC just summarizes it with just one poster. You will understand whether we are doing well or we are not doing well. You're welcome, Madam Director. Thank you. And with us, we also have, she's just right, but because of SOPs, please, that's why we had to sit in. And just to remind you is that this event, without the government, minister,